What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm headed over to the Colorado Convention Center. There's a big car show apparently going down. Pretty excited for the car show. I got a few hours before I got to cut out to work, but that should be plenty enough to get around there. I move pretty quick. I'm by myself. There's nobody else with me. I'm really excited to see what there is coming up. I'm so stoked, guys. I'm in the Benz right now. Hopefully it's not too windy because I got the AC blasting. It's a hot day. It's a hot day and it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It's super weird, super crazy, but let's get into this video. I'm gonna show you guys walking in and whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Let's get right into it and check out this car show. All right, guys, so we just pulled up to the convention center. Gonna go see what all the fuss is about. I have not seen one car in sight. It's kind of trippy. My first time ever coming to this place too. Lady was super nice and giving me directions and everything, so it'll be cool. It's upstairs. This place is huge. I think I found it, guys. Auto show. Damn, I'm telling you guys, this place is huge. I know the lighting's a little bit funky, but bear with me. We'll have some pretty decent lighting on the inside, hopefully. Sweet, so we just got in, guys. As soon as you enter, it's a whole setup. It's super sick. Everything's shining up in here. There's a lot of new car stuff too. I don't know about builds and stuff. There's a lot of new cars. I wonder what the expo's for. I didn't really get to read it. I just heard car show and I'm yeah, I'm going. The new RAV4s. Or 4Runners, I mean RAV4s. Those are RAV4s, those are 4Runners. That's cool, that's a cool little RAV4 right there. Canoe or kayak, what do they call those things? Tell me in the comments, because I don't know. Ooh, I'm already seeing some sauce, boys. You guys have no idea how excited I am. Just seeing cars, I don't know, it's my thing. So, of course I get excited, you know? A GR Supra. Ain't that sick, huh? Mark V Supra. Man, I like this pearlescent little sheen on the paint. Things looking crazy. The finish on these wheels a gunmetal gray type of look. Super clean interior. Got the carbon fiber in the center, 6-speed manual. I love these bucket seats, super sporty. These look really nice. And then the touch of this is a graphite is what it looks like. So it matches the wheels a little bit better. The darker lighting on the wheels actually matches that dark, it's almost black, but it's more like graphite, a gray, you know? And then two right behind it, there's a white GR Corolla 86. That's actually not horrible for these cars. Brand new and the GR, that's not bad. These are fun, zippy. They try to compare them to the VBWRXs and the Golf Rs that came out. All the aggressive body lines, I love that. It's kind of boxy. It does kind of remind me of the VB, I'm not gonna lie. How boxy it kind of looks in the back, super aggressive. And then towards the front, it looks just very angular. All the aero on it, the vents, they're actually functional too, which is super crazy to see. Some people put vents on their cars just to make them look cool, but these are actually functional. And then the Alcantara seats with the leather, bro, that is so nice. Wanted to point out all these. Got a crazy Porsche with the actual badge. I know there's this thing right now, a lot of Porsches don't come with that badge anymore. They come printed or a vinyl, and that's just to save weight. But I feel you get a Porsche too, you know, nice badge on it. It's pretty sick, I think. I'm surprised that they blocked it off from you even checking out the cars. It's you just see them at a distance. What's the difference between me seeing them right here and outside just driving past? It's the same thing. I think the point of an expo is to have people actually look into them. But got the newer Lotuses right here. I swear this still reminds me of the 45 or the 488 Ferrari on the back end, at least because of the vent, how big and the way it swooshes, the body lines, pretty much the way they contour. We've got a new Bentley. Dang, this spec is crazy. Look at how big those calipers are. They're literally the size of the wheels, and the wheels I think are 22s, I want to say. And they fill it out completely. I love how the sunroof also it's a panoramic roof, just goes all the way back. The interior on the seats is awesome. Damn, the crystal headlights. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that is insane, dude. That's a GT for sure. And then blank space, boom. The lobby's loading. The rest of the lobby hasn't finished loading. That's hilarious. But look at the back end, dude. It looks very kind of like a Porsche. It almost gives me a feeling of the vibe of it, the styling. And then this reminds me a lot of the Genesis, but that's what the back end kind of looks like. That the Genesis, not the coupes obviously, just the regular Hyundai Genesis. It's pretty cool. And it also looks bulkier, like a Beamer's back end, the M8 or the M6s. It kind of has that same feel. It's, I think, very, very similar. Also, my mic is in here. Hopefully it's not clinging too bad. These are crazy. These Maserati. V8 Ultima. Whoa, that paint is crazy. It's like a turquoise hue it has to it. Hopefully you guys captured it walking around it. Big old wheels, man. The Brembo brakes. These are one of the ones that have been interesting me the most recently is the Inos Grenadier that just came out. They apparently bought some patents from Land Rover and were able to take a lot of the body style over to what Ineos made, and they're powered by BMW motors, which is like really cool little Easter egg thing. And it has it somewhere in like the front windshield, they'll say like powered by, or on the dash, something like that. It says powered by BMW. Super cool. But these are the Ineos Grenadier. If you guys have never seen them, they're new. They're very, very new, new to the market. They just started producing them, I think like 2023. Don't hold me to that, but it's in that ballpark, like just all in newer generation of cars. Obviously, same Land Rover styling feel almost. The interior almost reminded me of like the Ford Broncos, kind of how those look, the newer ones. They give me that similar feel. I didn't even know they had a truck version of it either. That's so cool to see. And it's wide, which makes the bed very useful. I feel like this is a pretty standard truck size bed. And it has the obviously 4x4 on it. Crawling up the rock. I like how they staged that. A little snorkel intake right here. And then their paint colors too, British Racing Green. This blue is really nice. It has like a silver flake, silver metallic flake on it. Their badge. It looks very European. I kind of like that about it. It's different. It looks much meaner than like the new Defenders or Land Rovers. Has a lot more to it, you know? And there's a lot of options. Like look at the way the back opens. It's like a quarter door or a third of a door. Then you have like the full size. It opens just wide, and then you have all the space inside. I like whatever they did with this one. Oh, okay, to showcase their suspension components. Yeah, the shocks on this thing are crazy. Look how big those sway bars are. And the end links are fully billet aluminum, so you know this thing is pretty stiff when it comes to driving. Probably handles very well, and probably creeps over rocks like it's nothing. That's nice. I like the front end. They put the winch on it. It blends in very nice too. It's not like too overpowering or too overwhelming. A little light rack. I love this matte finish, whatever it is. They're probably, I want to say it's PPF. It is, you can see it right here in the corner. It's a matte PPF that they threw over that same blue, like metallic. I'm pretty sure that same color right there. This is that same color, but matte. But that's the gloss. You guys tell me which one you like better. It's cool to know like that they're so new, but yet they offer so many things for them. The full rack on the top. Truly would look like a baby up here that I have on my WRX. Wheel choice on this is awesome. And it has a rear winch too. Has a little ladder for the back, light bar on the back. Dude, this thing is fully rigged. That is so sick. This is the back left of the Expo. It looks like they just have a lot of things for sale. Little pickle section. That's the first time I ever see that. That's pretty cool. They have a bunch of different flavored pickles. Who would have thought? So on this side, I got some campers for sale. Look at these. Also, these like Razor style cars. This by Honda, dude. These are freaking cool. Maybe in the future, own one. Oh, what the heck? Paddle shifter? That's awesome. That is so cool. The 1000 X4. Again, off-road stuff, I don't really know too much about. I would love to learn, but I don't know anything. I think in the future, like I said, maybe getting one to just have fun with or mod it or trick it out. I've seen people apparently like turbo these and make them like crazy fast and a whole show, but that's a whole different like world to enter into. Like imagine the vibes, bro. Imagine the vibes. You're camping late night. You know, all you're hearing is little crickets. That'd be cool. Has two nice bright lights. Lights the floor. Has a cover. What do they call these canopies? Look at that. That's cool. Bed off rip. There's a love seat, sofa. A full a gas range, dude. You got a dual burner. You really get down up in here. Look at that. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? And a full-size fridge. Guys, that is crazy. Your AC controls, all your light controls. Got the bathroom and the door for it. And then they got boats on this side. Are any of these super boats? I only know about super boats because those are like super luxurious and like nice looking. I don't know anything about boats either. But to have them at a car show is very unique. Look at that. The speakers blasting while you're like wave boarding. A little cruiser boat, a little floater. These boats probably got some fun get up and go. Look, that has that rack to put your board on. That's the driver's seat. Right side of drive, this JDM. It's a JDM boat, guys. They got little joyrides here, I guess. I'm seeing a crazy AMG. Look at this freaking thing, dude. Mean. Just looks super menacing off rip. The wheel choice, and then they kept the OEM style badge. But damn, the wide body. The teal inside, finding Nick, where you at? The carbon fiber steering wheel with like the painted matching of the teal. Like the little accents it has, dude. That's so custom and like very, very nice too. It's like done right, you know what I mean? It doesn't look janky. And then like a big old wing. They put the AMG badge on it. The diffuser is crazy too. Little F1 style light. The exhaust tips are huge. I wonder, this thing probably sounds freaking insane, guys. Now let me show you guys too some other wild cars, and these are by the same company, which is super cool. But check this out. We got a Ferrari. Bro, this thing is tucking, dude. Look at the diffuser. This boy made a whole step up. That has to be custom work, all of it. Tearing up the bumpers, huh? Big old wing too. All the carbon fiber accents on those gills right here. And then on the outside too. All those vents. Ooh, I love that. I love how they styled it. And then look at this. It's a whole matte black wrap, but they left some of the carbon fiber hood exposed. But look at the headlights, bro. Everything about this thing. This thing's on the floor. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's kissing the floor. Fully. The full bottom lip. And then I just wanted to show you, too, the door jambs. It's like race car inspired. Ferrari. Oh, it's like old Ferrari race cars. Look at that. That's pimp. That's gangster right there. That's awesome. These cars be like $1 million cars for real. Like, look at all the custom work. Guardian Angel. What are those seats? Tell me that ain't sick, bro. Old Impala, just clean white interior. Obviously, a lot of these are redone, but they're redone right. Like, they pay homage to like the OG, but also with people's own taste on cars. The front grille looks really nice. I wonder if that's all custom work too, or if they bought it like that and installed it. But most of these seem to be all custom, one of one pieces, sometimes two. The paint jobs are definitely one of ones, which is awesome to see. I don't know how they managed to get that thing up there. That's so cool though. Look at that fully done interior. On the engine bay, I love that. The paint match on the engine bays go crazy to me. I think it adds that extra flair, especially if you got a car that like you use here and there. I know it's probably hard to keep up with these things, but they probably don't put many miles on them to begin with. Got another low mini Suzuki. It's the first of its kind right here. I guarantee it probably. There's probably some dudes watching me in like Hawaii or something. They're like, nah, that's a regular out here. You know what I mean? These things are crazy though. What the heck? Bro, this is a whole different build style of cars. Like, what the heck even is that, dude? I wouldn't even know where to begin to have that happen. You know what I mean? Look how many batteries this thing has, dude. Oh my God. 4 huge batteries, guys. And then there's a fuel tank right there, all chromed up in silver. I didn't even know you can polish those things up and make them look nice, but it's a thing. And people got it going on like that. Like, they got the little M&Ms on the inside holding the switches. That's so cool. And then, like, look, the window, I think those are vinyl, but I don't know how they do that. A lot to look at, guys. Super cool builds. I think it's baller. Big old iced out crown on top. I hope you guys get a good capture of that, because that is insane. And then they put 2 12s, it looks like, in the back. Made it look like it's like just all part of it, you know? Imagine how many hours went into making that. It's insane, dude. I couldn't even fathom starting a project like that. It probably takes so long to start to finish. Like, insane, y'all. Guys, I wish I could give you like a clear view of every single one, because there's so many of them that have really nice. They all like would dedicate some long time to check out every single one. It's just so much to look at, so much custom work going into these things. It's hard not to appreciate every little thing. So they just take up so much, and they're so nice. But I could give you guys the overview of kind of what it's been. It's like a lot of, like I said, a lot of old schools. Look at this wagon too. Like, I saw this at SEMA in 2023, guys, and now it's here in Colorado. And this was all one guy who custom fabricated the whole car by himself. Like, he's insane. He's an insane fabricator. So obviously the centerpiece, right, is the headers. I have the full video of when I did SEMA, and I just never put it out. The carbon fiber roof. He just wanted like a lot of power. He thought it was lacking, and that's why he chose an LS, just because it was easy horsepower for him to gain. He just wanted the ideal car for himself, and everything he wanted to feel and see. He wanted to make it a show car, but that he could also enjoy, drive however he wants and pleases. And clearly that's exactly what he did. All the gussets and everything, the bash bar setup, like the way he framed that, did all the tubular framework. He has it on airbags. Obviously, that's how he gets it so low. Recaro seats. Like, this guy just went ham. Upgraded pedals. He gave it like a full race car feel but to his liking. Put Willwood big brakes. Look at that, star lugs. Like, I've never freaking seen that ever in my life. The wheel choice too on this is nasty, guys, with the black paint and then the gray. I love how he left the gray exposed like that too, and doesn't like paint match it or nothing, so you could kind of like, your eyes focus on all the custom fabrication this guy did. Got a big old fuel cell in the back. I didn't even know that. Radium fuel cell all the way in the back. He has a full carbon fiber duckbill riveted in. Downstar hardware, it looks like. He has a little anti-gravity battery, weighs little to nothing. Fun little fabricated go-kart. I don't know, 350Z with the battle arrow wing. Those wheels are insane. That's nice. Nice little Jenny coupe. And it's roll cage all the way on the inside. It's a bolt-in roll cage. The honeycomb on the top. There's a lot of carbon fiber on the inside of this car. I didn't even notice. And I love how they kept the functional sunroof. And then even for the E36, they do make a roll cage that you could bolt in as well. And there's different sizes. You could do it with sunroof, without sunroof. So if you want to keep the function, you could do it. Only thing is you get a little bit less headroom, but if you have like race buckets, normally they drop you even lower to the ground. So you should have that extra headroom clearance. The wheels are like a very dark bronze, and then the rest of it's a honeycomb carbon fiber wheel. So I've never seen that ever on a car, but it's crazy to see the evolution and the styling of like tuners versus, you know, how all the tuners look versus like old school, but it's all the same kind of thing. It's all just based off of cars. It's just different people's take on it and what they want to like feel or get out of a car, how they see that piece of, some people see it as a piece of artwork, like some of the nice cars we were looking at. And obviously some people want the drivability, but still a piece of art to take with them, like the fabrication, their vision coming to life. Because like, you got to think, somebody saw a super basic Hyundai coupe and then just in their head was like, this is what I want this car to be. And then boom, put it on display. To have a vision and then go after it, that's how your whole life should be too. Like, have a dream, have a goal, and go after it like as doable as possible. Just with these cars alone, it proves that, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they wanted. That was their start goal. They started with such a basic looking car, any other daily driver looking car, and they just made it insane. Like, it's cool. We've also seen this one in another one of my videos that I did, and funny enough, it was a down to earth show that we went to, and that was at the Bronco Stadium, I think. Has a little Super Nintendo on the back with the screen. I love custom trunk setups, you know? Nice little 15 right in the middle, or a 12-inch, I don't know what that is. Peach edition. I love the livery on this thing. The peach Red Bull. Yeah, guys, that's hilarious. That's so cool. Then the main one I wanted to bring you guys to right here, look at these wheels. Hold on, let's stop for a minute. Super nice wheels. Got the full carbon fiber gills on the hood. Look at that interior. Nice little brown, more than 10. It's close to 10. Carbon fiber on the steering wheel. This little gray wood grain. I love this wing, by the way. I think a wing like this on the E36 potentially would be super, super sick. Pandem, that is actually insane. He has an original one-of-one Pandem Colorado plate. And then look at the clear tails too, just like shining, dude. Like, dang, things look like crystals on it, you know? Alrighty, guys, and one of the last cars that I wanted to check out was also the 400Z. They just call them a Z, but the color on it super, super clean. Hopefully you guys can see that right there, but that's more of like the color that it's actually true in person. It's like this very nice royal blue almost, or cobalt blue if you will. I've thought about doing the same color on the E36 like a million times, guys. It's very nice. I think it looks really good, and it's dark in certain spots, but it's also bright in certain spots, which I really enjoy. So we actually played a little game at Nissan, just like checking out all their new features that they came out with on their vehicles and stuff. It's pretty cool. They got a lot going on. There was the new Z that I was showing you guys, and then a guy walked up to me. He's like, hey, you want to play a game? Sounded like straight out of a Saw movie or something. Yeah, he gave me a really cool Nissan GTR Nismo poster. Could this be manifesting my future? Who knows? Hey. And I got some playing cards. Who could say they got Nissan playing cards, dude? That's really cool. But yeah, out of that whole thing, I was at the Nissan booth for a little bit, talking with those guys. Super cool. Now I came over to the Subaru side. Of course, they got a dog pit right in the middle of the whole car show, car venue thing. And then they got this Subaru VBWRX, but this is the TS that they came out with. So I wanted to run through it, see what's up. So that's the rear. Rear looks very similar to all the rest. There's no change really. I don't know if all the lights say Subaru right on them like that, but that's kind of cool. Nice little touch. You got the gold original styling of the calipers on them. They're Brembo brakes on the front and rear, so that's really cool. The red Brembo badging, really nice. Now, the outside, I'm not gonna lie, I could see why people are a little bit disappointed just because it doesn't look very much different from the base model. It literally looks very similar. The main difference is the screen in the center, these blue specific TS seats. I like that touch, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the touch of blue on the inside. It's really, really nice. It's cool. It's like not too much either. Like they just did a little bit of lining on the leather on the outside, and like a couple touches here and there, like the center console, the little stitching, and the Alcantara on the top. That's so awesome. Aside from that, the door handles and everything is the exact same. The sound system is the more premium sound system, Harman Kardon, which is crazy to think that Harman Kardon is making sound systems for Subaru. They got, you know, blue on the doors. Like the interior pops, I'm not gonna lie, it accentuates really nice. Against the white, maybe not my favorite. Maybe if the wheels were black, it'd match a little bit better, or if the calipers were blue, I think it'd definitely go a little bit better. But still, nonetheless, it looks really, really nice. Antenna is kind of black to like offset it with this right here, with the little duckbill, wing, whatever you want to call this. It's very small. The wheels are really cool. Funny enough, same thing as the Toyota that we saw. It's like this graphite finish, and then the front just has WRX written instead of like ST or TS or yeah, TS. And then the front grille, everything's all the same as the original one, except this one's like a glitter black, like the signature Subaru black, you know what I'm talking about? And then you also have the fog lights right here, which are really nice touch. That's what I really want to get for my Subaru. 45 for something that only has a few touches different from the base model. It's kind of crazy, guys. Like just for some interior bits and Brembos, you're gonna charge an extra 10,000. It's like, I don't know, man. Is that really worth it? You guys be the judge. I still think it's super cool. I like it. Would I buy it at that price point? There was the question. I don't think I would personally. Full Maserati, damn. An SV Lambo. Then you got the nice little 458. Was that a 488? Hold on. 488 GTS. This thing is insane. I like that. Very big body. They look small on camera, but they're huge. I love this paint too. I don't know if you guys can follow, but it's like a pearlescent for sure. Very nice. Like the little pattern on the inside, the interior. Again, kind of a bummer that you're not allowed to like get any closer to the vehicles, but I get it. These are multi-million-dollar cars or hundreds of thousands of dollars that people spend, and they don't want that to get messed up, you know. I almost didn't give love to the new BRZ TS as well. So the TS, same thing, gets the golden Brembos, just like the VB. WRX has a nice little BRZ in red. Blue, gold, red. I don't know about the mix-up of colors, but still kind of cool. Light little accents on the interior, very nice. Blue stitching on the steering wheel as well to match. Back is just all, looks like a suede and leather, but it doesn't have any blue stitching, just on the front seats. And then the wheels, the OEM look, nothing too crazy. The front, I haven't seen one of these like fully stock in a while, so it'd be hard for me to tell what's like the main difference, but I have seen a TS before, and I feel like this is about the same thing. Lot to look at, a lot of newer cars, not too many modded cars. Obviously, I didn't realize, like I just heard, you know, car show, but it's like a showcase of all the newer cars from a lot of brands like Chevy, Nissan, all the ones that you guys saw. Even Ford had some stuff here, I think. We're headed over to the Ford side of things, see what they have to offer. They probably got a couple new Mustangs or something. That's what I'm kind of on the lookout for. And then after that, we'll go to the last edge of the car show, see if there's anything else left. They mostly got F-150s, full race car simulator. Ain't that cool? The whole thing swivels and pivots and everything. Looks like they only got one Mustang GT, and then the Mach-E Mustang Rally. This is new. Has big Brembos. That's cool. I like the back end too. That whole spoiler wing. The wheels on this too. These are like full alloy wheels. They look really clean against the red paint. It almost looks like it has aftermarket wheels, but these are OEM. Big brake kit and all. I love the full grille assembly too. That's like very aggressive, very big. Also, this is a type of hood vent that I've been seeing a lot because it helps dissipate a lot of heat from the engine bay. And I saw one for the VBWRX that's carbon fiber. I really want to go that route. I think they look really good and stands out a lot more than just like the bulge on the hood from like most WRXs. Like they're cool and all, but I think this route is a little bit better, the way to go. Base price is 41 and then 6,000 with all the options and everything. So you come out paying like almost 50 grand. 50 grand for a brand new Mustang GT. I mean, these things have quite some get up and go, so can't be too mad. 5.0, 480 horsepower is what it comes with. 480 for 50 grand is actually kind of insane. And this is a manual too, which I really like. I don't see that too often anymore. And then over here, the last side of it, and this is insane. I love the racing stripes too. The color's a little bit darker off camera too, but still very, very nice. Nice 4GT right here. See, these I think are sweet, man. If you could ever own one, would you? I would. I wonder if this was like this to begin with, or if this was like a minivan type of deal, and then they just made it like, you know, chopped off the top and made it like a single cab almost. But look at how long the bed is, y'all. Hopefully you guys can see, but you could walk up in there. An old school race car, man. That's where it all originated from, where it started. Oh, ambulance. We got all these like medical supplies. We got a full stretcher. And this is Ambulance Service Colorado. Ooh, Daytona. So these must be like more special editions. Then the ambient lighting, that's what that is right there. Seats are pretty standard, all leather, perforated leather in the center. Stage 1 RT. Guy was sitting in there with his kids taking pictures and stuff, and then he's like, wait, this is electric? Like confused. I would love to go in like a ride in one maybe. That would be like fun, but I don't, like I said, owning one, I like the noises. That adds to the enthusiasm of cars, you know. I really enjoyed myself. This was a very fun event, and there was a lot of cool things to look at, a lot of new technology, a lot of new things that are coming out that you don't even know what it is unless you like, you know, research it or look into it in person, you know, like how I am. And I really like finding out like the new stuff, the new generation, what it like cars are going to be evolving to and kind of what it's going to. That way, you know, me as a car enthusiast too keeps up with everything going on. But it's been an amazing event. Had a great time. I'm going to head out, go get some lunch maybe right before work. And hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Put in a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You guys know the deal. Till next time, guys, keep it true. Peace.